Hi everyone! So today I thought I would try something that was mentioned quite a bit in the comments lately because of my 2 swipes that I did, the long ones. I've been asked if I've ever done a damp paper towel swipe, and I have, like once or twice, but I didn't really like the results. So I thought, well, I'm going to try it, but not on a super long canvas, because if I don't like it, it's more gesso to repaint it, and it's a lot of paint that kind of ends up not wasted, because I would learn from the experiment and all, but it's a lot of material and it's a lot of cost. So on a smaller scale, I think is more reasonable, and yeah, I will still be able to see what it looks like and if I like it or not. So yeah, and today my swiping color is going to be Cobalt Blue. And Cobalt Blue has a pretty heavy pigment density, not as heavy as Zinc White. It's near Titanium White, which is a little bit lighter. And the other colors I'm using is Dyarilide Yellow, which is an organic pigment, so quite light in density. And Pyrolle Orange, which is the same thing and light in density. And Fluorescent Orange, which is a tinted pigment and very light in density too. So I'm thinking that the difference in density will really help create cells. And why does density matter? The density will help create cells because when I swipe the blue over the other colors, the blue, which is heavier, will want to sink. And the other colors, which are lighter, will want to float up in a cell-like pattern. And that's it. So I'll zoom you in and I will get started with that. Alright, so I will start by just pouring my colors, and I'll try to make really small blotches so the colors mix nicely. And I'll try to... Oh, and I'll remove my paper towel from there. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I mixed my paints. Oh, no, I forgot the water. Damn. Okay. So I did not mix my paints the usual way. So that's not going to be the perfect experiment. I've used high flow and fluid acrylics. The high flow acrylics, I mixed 1 part high flow acrylic to 10 part medium. No water, I forgot. And the fluid acrylic, I mixed 30% paint. Well, the yellow, I mixed 30% paint, 70% medium. And the Cobalt Blue, I wanted to keep dense. So I did not want to dilute the pigment too much, because the density of the paints come from the pigment in it. And if you spread out that pigment a lot, well, it's not going to be as dense, because the medium is just paint but without pigment, so it's much lighter in density than the paint itself. So the Cobalt Blue, I mix about 40% paint to 60% medium. And I'm going to do like I did last swipe, just mix a little bit so it's not like big blocks of colors. And finally, my swiping color, the Cobalt blue, which I think will look very nice with the oranges. And I added a little bit of yellow because the blue is kind of a blue with the just really close to, well, it's getting close to the violet. It's not violet, but it's getting close. It's getting there. So I think that it will contrast really nicely with the yellow as well. Alright, so, okay, that paper towel, here we go. And now I will give you a time lapse so you can see the changes happen as they happen, if they do. Alright, so I feel like this wasn't the best example because I forgot to put water in my paints. Maybe I should have stopped and put water in my paints, but I did not. I think water is important because it really helps lighten the density of the light density paints even more. I also feel like the paper towel, maybe my paper towel was a little bit too wet, too heavy, or maybe I'm not getting the hang of this at all. But I got one cell. A tiny little cell. But yeah, overall I think this painting is going to, I'll wait for it to dry, cure, and I'll just re-gesso it and repaint it. Like I said, it's a small canvas, so it's not too bad. I do love the Cobalt blue, and I'm going to try this again just the usual way I do it, because I don't know. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? What am I doing wrong? Why isn't it working? I just don't know. I'm not getting the hang of this at all, but it's really cool, that part. The part where I actually have colors is nice. I think that what's happening is my paper towel takes too much paint off my canvas. Maybe it's, like I said, it's too wet, too heavy, so it really drags and takes a lot of paint off. I'm not sure. It's probably gonna keep changing a little bit, but I just wish I could keep that part though. It's really cool. But the rest is kind of boring. Maybe there's a little bit of contrast and texture or something like that, but it's not my favorite painting. But hey, I had to try it again. Maybe I'll get a hang of it someday, and maybe that could be really useful for a long swipe since it takes a lot of paint on the canvas. It takes a lot of blue when you swipe it. Maybe this would work better on a longer canvas, actually. I don't know. I really don't. It's one of the things that puzzles me with the fluid paints. Why can't I do a proper swipe with a paper towel? Maybe that's because I don't use silicone, so it's... I don't know. Usually my swipes turn out pretty cool, but I swipe just enough to bring the paint over the other color, and I feel like the paper towel really swiped like heavy-handed. Not sure. Anyway, Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm doing wrong or if you have an idea of what I could be doing wrong. But overall, I really like this part, and I'm going to call this a happy little accident. Gotta love Bob Ross, no mistakes in painting, just experiments and happy accidents. And today was just that, an accident, a happy accident, experiment. Yeah. And we're back, and I have to hurry up before my battery dies. Silly me, I have like 3 batteries for my camera and all of them were dead today. Oops. But yeah, not my best painting. I've been on a roll lately doing really cool paintings, I feel like, but this one, I don't think it's one of them. Like I said, I really like the right part where the blue kind of fades into the other colors, but not the result I was going for. I really love that blue though, it's lovely, it's rich and really nice. It's going to dry dark too, so I can't wait to see that. I think it's going to look very nice. And yeah, if you have an idea of what I'm doing wrong, let me know in the comments, because I want to know. It's driving me crazy. So yeah, it's probably gonna keep changing a little bit. I'm not sure how. There's a little bit of cells appearing in there, but mostly the spots we see were bubbles that I popped using my hair dryer, so not exactly the density working for me here. But yeah, as I said, what I think happened is maybe my paper towel was too damp, maybe it was too heavy, it took too much paint off my canvas. But I think I'm going to retry a swipe with Cobalt blue, my usual way, the way I do it, because I think this color combination could really look pretty and nice, and yeah. So, on that note, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!